Hey, you guys, did you know that May is Mental Health Awareness Month? So, I'm going to give you some healthy mindset tools to continue working on that healthy mindset this month. I want to talk to you about your icebergs. Now, what does icebergs have to do with mental awareness or mental health? Let me share a picture with you really quickly of an iceberg. Now, this is something that we learned in our training in Cancun last week, and it's something that I really love to think about. So imagine this picture of an iceberg, and grab a pen and paper while we're talking about this. So an iceberg is interesting because only about a fourth of the iceberg is actually above the water, above the surface. Now, this part represents your consciousness, things that you consciously want, your goals, things that you say that you want. So write those down on the paper. Things that you're conscious of. I want to be healthy. I want to be at a certain goal weight. I want to be able to do the sport that I'm not able to do right now, or have a better relationship with my kids or my spouse, or pay off a debt, or whatever it is. What are your goals? Write those down. That is above the surface. Now look at all of that iceberg below the surface that we don't even see. About 3/4 of it is below the surface. Now, these are your unconscious commitments. So above the line, that is your conscious commitments, things that you know that you want. Below are your unconscious commitments. What are you doing that you're unconscious about? Things that you don't even think about, that you're committing to subconsciously. So these are things that you're actually doing. So maybe you are going off your program on the weekends, or you're committing to eating the cookies when people bring them into the office, or maybe you're committed to online shopping when you're trying to get out of debt, or you're committed to sleeping in instead of exercise, or you're committed to being on your phone instead of being present at dinner time with your kids. So write these things down that are your icebergs, things that are keeping you from succeeding with your goals. A lot of times these things are our badge of honor. If you were to say like what you're known for, like I'm busy, or I have to be right, or kind of your badge of honor, thing that you wear as your badge of honor, that's usually your iceberg, things that are holding you back. So I have had clients say, I'm too busy to listen to podcasts or to read my life book. But that's actually the iceberg that might be keeping them from succeeding, right? Or I always have to be right. That's someone else's badge of honor. Or I have to do everything for everyone. That might be the iceberg that's keeping you from a better relationship with your kids or your spouse if you always have to be right. So often that badge of honor is actually our iceberg, keeping us from accomplishing what we consciously want. So once we're aware of this, once we're aware of what's holding us back, what our icebergs are, we can start making some intentional, conscious action steps to change those. So if you consciously now are aware that you're committing to eating the cookies whenever someone brings them in the office, or you're committing to stopping and getting ice cream whenever you have a craving, or you're committing to online shopping, then you can say, okay, these are the steps that I'm going to do to turn that around, to be more conscious of this so that I can really achieve what I want, that part above the surface. So my challenge for you this week, I want you to get a pen and paper and start thinking about your icebergs. What are the parts that are above water that you're saying that you want, that you're consciously wanting, those goals that you've set for yourself? And then what are your icebergs below the surface that you're maybe unconscious about, that you're unconsciously doing that are holding you back? Your badge of honor, per se. Things that are keeping you from accomplishing those bigger goals. Now, this is just one step to really creating what we want in our life, to becoming the dominant force in our life. It's all about being conscious of our actions and our thoughts. So this is really helpful for me to recognize what I'm committed to, but what I'm also committed to, that below the line commitments that we are doing without even thinking of it. So I hope this is helpful for you. And as we go throughout this month, Mindset May, we have a great challenge. If you want to join, just send me a message. I can send you registration. It's free. And I'm also going to put a link down in the comments of a video that explains more about this hidden iceberg analogy. It's really helpful to be aware of that. So I hope you have a great week, and I can't wait to hear what your iceberg moments are. All right, we'll talk to you later.